I try not to take the idea of revival too lightly, but we're in the middle of something. We're continuing to see miracle after miracle and story after story. The Lord's doing something different here. It feels more significant, it feels more long-term. We are going to need more space. Pretty early on, honestly, and it was maybe February or March, we had several different, what we felt like were prophetic words from different people. Primarily, my friend Justin came, and he just had a word that we're to make room and to make space, and to make rooms and to make spaces. And as we made room and made rooms and made space and made spaces, as the word was, God has filled them, not just with people on Sunday, but with people throughout the week that are receiving prayer and ministry. Hundreds and hundreds now have gone through the healing prayer ministry and are receiving unbelievable miracles.
And all of a sudden, my legs started to lock at night, like I couldn't get them to move. And then it proceeded up my back. I had problems up my neck. It was getting pretty serious after a few days of rationalizing and waiting, that didn't work. I thought, I better go to the doctor. So I went to the doctor, and they did a MRI on me and x-rays. And when the doctor came back in after all that, she said, you have very severe spinal stenosis. Spinal stenosis is a very serious narrowing of the ducts that your spinal cord runs through. So it eventually cuts off your things, you lose use of your limbs, and it is a major impact. She says, looking at the MRI right here, she says, you have problems in your spine all the way from the top of your spine all the way to the bottom of your spine. There's a couple of compromised discs. She says, you're gonna need surgery pretty quick. Do you want me to schedule you an appointment? I said, well, I know a surgeon who helped my wife. I'll call them and have them look at me. I got that scheduled, and the surgeon was gonna see me that day and do some more testing. And it happened to follow on the day of our church, staff church. And I told them what's going on with me. And they asked if they could pray for me. I said, I absolutely want prayer. So they prayed, and I had just a great prayer time. I physically really felt the Lord's presence. And I went on to that appointment, and they did another MRI on me. So a week goes by, and I'm feeling better. I really noticed that I wasn't having the problems that I had before. But so I go to the meeting, and I walk in there, and I say, hi, how are you? Glad to be here. What do you think? He says, I don't know why you're here. And I says, what? He says, your spine, your x-rays, your MRI are completely normal. There is no problem in your spine. There is no narrowing in the discs. It's completely healthy. God healed me. He took me to healing, and it happened from our midst right here, and it came in a beautiful way.
I dropped our son off in kids that first Sunday, and we had service, and I could sense Holy Spirit in the service. Aaron, one of the kids workers, kind of rushed up to me, and they were singing and doing worship. And he said, the Holy Spirit was all over your son today. Although we were looking for a church where the Holy Spirit was more integral to everything, I'd never picked my son up from kids ministry, and it was always, here's the memory verse, here's the craft we did, yada, yada, yada. And so that threw me off, that hearing that my son had an encounter with the Holy Spirit. We were laying down that night, kind of debriefing
Can I take
the
it?
Sunday. Yes, you should.
Yeah, I checked in with him and kind of asked, like, hey, what happened? What was going on? He was like, Mom, if this is the ceiling, all the way up to here, there was this tall person that was made out of clouds and really, really bright. And I said, wow, buddy, what do you think that was? And he goes, well, I felt like Jesus told me in my head that it was an angel. And then I asked, did anything else happen? And he goes, a couple of the kids felt like they saw Jesus. And I said, wow, didn't expect that. I said, did you see Jesus? And he said, no, but Jesus came up behind me and touched me on the shoulder and he prayed for me, but I couldn't understand what he was saying. I had very specifically asked God before church, will you please, because I knew from listening to Grant and Kat's podcast that the Spirit had revealed himself at times. And I had asked, like, Lord, would you give us a very specific encounter? And he very clearly answered that. So I was like, well, yes, guess we know where we're supposed to, I think we're supposed to go back. So we came back.
So how are we going to make space? What's the next room? What's the next space that we can do? Because we're full here. We have 8 incredible, beautiful, rare acres in the middle of Franklin, which is wild, and they're paid for, and they're fairly level and flat and buildable. And so we're going to do that right on the land where people are parking right now. So we are going to be building a 9,500 square foot facility that should seat about 500 people. Obviously there'll be restrooms, there'll be a kitchen, there'll be a lobby, there'll be a couple of classrooms. Along with the new building and the facility, we're totally redesigning our parking and even our entry into the property. And to make it as easy as possible for people to get here. I'm looking forward to it. It's going to be gorgeous. And we've got incredible designers, architects, and teams established to see this project come to fruition. And it should happen really quickly, and it should happen really economically. So here's what we need. We're gonna need $2.5 million to get this done. That includes everything from the parking, the processing, the drawings, the outfitting of the interior, to continue to allow space and room for people to receive ministry and equipping so that they can go out and accomplish the mission that God is sending us on, to see His kingdom come here in Franklin, in Middle Tennessee, on earth as it is in heaven. That's why we're coming to you with an ask that you could help us with this investment, that you can help us with what God is doing in our city, that you can help us to make room and make spaces for the people that God is bringing here, that God is calling here, and that God is sending here to be equipped to go out into the world and to continue to see His kingdom come here in Franklin, on earth as it is in heaven. If this is something that you feel that God is leading you to and you want to give, there's a lot of ways that you can do that. And so obviously the simple ways are with cash and checks and online and credit cards and all of that sort of thing. And if you want to give that way, you can go and click this link at the bottom of the screen right here, and you can give to our Rooted and Rising capital campaign. You just click that drop down and it'll take you right there. Now, there's other ways to give, through stocks, through bonds, through property, that sort of thing. And if you need to give that way, we have a system set up in place to be able to receive that as well. So you can send us an email at info@franklinvineyard.com, and we will get with you and figure out a way to do that. To stay up to date on the progress of the new construction project, on the progress of our giving capital campaign, to find out more information, to get updates, go to the website, franklinvineyard.com/rootedandrising. You'll be able to find all the information that we've discussed in this video, other things that are happening around this project, and it'll be a great way to stay up to date. So check it out, franklinvineyard.com/rootedandrising. We believe, and it's evident, that God has big things in store for the Franklin Vineyard. God has been preparing a people this whole time to move into a place of promise that He has for this city, and I believe for the region and even the world. And we're excited for what the Lord is doing. We're excited for you to be a part of this. You are here for this time as well, not by accident, but specifically designed for this season. And I'm excited to partner with you as we move with God into the places that He is leading us. It's going to be wild. It's going to be fun. It's going to be something I believe we're going to tell our children's children about, of the time that we got to be in the move of God in this moment, in this season. I'm glad you're joining us. I'm glad you're here. I'm glad we get to do this together, and I can't wait to see what God continues to do in the future.